You know that problem I was having earlier? I don't know. It's gone into third now. Right. Why is it doing it though? Why is it when it cools down, the clutch is starting to not work properly? Yes, people. Welcome back to another video. I'm Bash, and this is Nomad Scrambler. And today we're talking all about the biggest flaw with the Triumph Street Scrambler. That dreaded downshift issue where the shift mechanism just decides that it's randomly going to stop working. Now, I did a little bit of digging, and if you have a newer Triumph Street Scrambler, or a Scrambler 900 as it's now called, you should be in the clear. This is only a problem up until the 2020 model, as far as I'm aware. Concentrating on the corners. And essentially what happens is the shift mechanism decides that it's just not going to play ball anymore, and you can downshift, but you have to be so incredibly feather light on the shifter that if you are trying to downshift in a hurry, say you had to slam the brakes on and you're trying to get down the gears, then yeah, there is no way you're going to be able to do it. You have to literally baby it into each gear. Oh man, what a shift in the weather, by the way. It was like 20 degrees yesterday, and now it's like this. Yeah, you have to proper baby it down. And I remember when it went wrong for me, there was literally like no warning. It was fine 1 minute, and then it wasn't. And I got told a few little fixes to give a try first before anyone would even look at the bike. Essentially, they were saying you should check your chain tension, and if your chain tension's all good, then you should try replacing it back to the stock lever, and if that's all good, only then would they look at it. Now, this is a part that they will cover under warranty. Essentially, they just gave me a gesture of goodwill, which was they were going to cover the labour as 1 hour, even though it took them about 3 hours to get this part out and changed, and then do all the checks that it needed to do, make sure the bike was safe to go back on the road. Yeah, it took them a long time. Now, the actual issue that I had was shift shaft excessively worn. That is the wording that Triumph used when talking about what was going on with my shift shaft. Yeah. So once they got it out, they showed me the part that was actually broken, because I was just like, how has this caused the issue? And as you can see from the photos, there isn't really any kind of sign that it shouldn't work. Apparently they've reinforced this area on the newer Triumph Street Scramblers. Again, I couldn't tell you if that's 100% accurate or not, but supposedly it's all fixed now and it's nothing to worry about. However, for me at least, it was quite a big deal, because £300 for something that should never have gone wrong is kind of steep. It's kind of a hard pill to swallow, but when you ride as much as I do, especially now that the summer months are coming up, and when your hobby / your second income, as this channel has now become, relies on you having your bike, £300 is a lot of money. There is going to be a nice car under that tarpaulin, and I couldn't see exactly what it was, but yeah. So £300 later, and about 4 hours of my time, plus I guess you could factor in the other 4 hours of me riding to and from Norfolk to get it looked at. But yeah, essentially after 8 hours, the bike was pretty much fixed. The part was on order. Like I already said in my previous video, Ling's Triumph in Watton, Norfolk Triumph, absolutely incredible. They sorted it out so fast. When every Triumph within a 50-mile radius decided that they were too busy, or they wouldn't be able to see it for like a month. Norfolk Triumph were just like, yeah, bring it up tomorrow, we'll look at it, we'll get it fixed. And that's the kind of service that you just want to see from a main dealer, especially. Now, is it the end of the world that something went wrong on the bike? Absolutely not. It happens. Like, I understand that parts wear away and that things need to be changed, but when it comes to a bike that has done 11,593 miles, you expect a certain degree of, like, a lifespan on a part essentially to be a little bit more than 11,000 miles, considering my car has done 70,000 miles and it has had no problems except from, you know, the expected thing: brake pads, brake discs, tyres, oil change, like that kind of stuff. You don't expect half of your gearbox to disappear. When you're on two wheels, like, a gearbox issue becomes a big deal when you're doing 70 miles an hour. Look at this place, man. Like, one of the boys showed me this and just, it's incredible, like big college. But yeah, no, you expect the bike to work. Now, I've got a couple of clips and stuff of the bike not working properly or as intended, and I want to throw those in, and this is something to look for on your bike if you have this issue.
Clutch in, rolling, nothing, clutch out, stopping on the clutch.
I noticed that when I was tapping down on my lever on my foot, absolutely nothing was happening. Now, I knew that it wasn't me because I do a positive shift down. One of the boys calls it like an enduro shift, where I just stamp down if I have to. And yeah, no, it was out of the seat. It wasn't responding at all to that, so I'd be like trying to baby it, trying to slip it into gear, thinking it was my clutch lever, and it wasn't. But like, the thing that I've noticed that was making it go into gear was, just like I say, little tiny amount of pressure, like barely noticeable on the clutch, like I'm trying to scare it in, like just like a little surprise, in it goes. And that seemed to do the trick, for me at least. And it is rideable. Like, you'll be able to get it to your main dealer to get it looked at if you do encounter this problem. But when I was going through like all the forums online, there was plenty of it on there, but nobody really spoke about the issue or kind of showed why the issue kind of happened. And I thought it's important to do that, considering that's what this channel's about. It's called Nomad Scrambler. It's about this scrambler and the kind of things that happen, the kind of the everyday riding events that happens. And 90% of the time, whether I'm making a video or not, I've got a camera on, and that's how I got some of the clips for this video, is just carrying that camera around and being able to, like, you know, show Triumph exactly what was going wrong with my bike without, you know, having to ride the bike there and stuff like that. So hopefully this has helped you. Now, if you've experienced this issue, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Like the video if you do, subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.